remember the day that you picked up your first barbell. Can you remember it?
Oh, yeah. You don't forget that, because I remember that I had friends that invited me to come to the weightlifting club. And they showed me, how to do chin-ups, how to do bench press, how to do squats, how to do bend over rowing, how to do deadlifts and this and that. And so I went around for like an hour and a half and 2 hours in the gym doing exercises. And I was fascinated by this whole experience. And it felt great. I really felt pumped up, and I was feeling strong, and I felt good. And I was just amazed of how much knowledge they had and everything. But then afterwards, I rode home with my bicycle. And I remember that I literally rode off the road into a ditch and just fell over. Because I lost the feeling in my hands. And I lost the feeling in my arms. I swear, I did obviously too much. The first time when you go to the gym, you should maybe just do 15, 20 minutes. I always tell people, take it easy, just do 1 set or 2 sets per body part, but don't do too much and all this. Because I remember that experience. I was numb. I couldn't feel anything. I was just bicycling, and then the next thing I know was I was just going off the side. I had no control over my body. And so then I crawled out of the ditch there with the bicycle and then went on. And then literally for the last mile or so, I had to push the bicycle. I couldn't ride it anymore. I had no feelings. So so that's why I remember it so well, that first day of training. But I remember that it made me so excited about discovering something new that I felt was kind of like my thing.
Yeah.
I fell in love with it. I created the vision that I wanted to be the world champion in bodybuilding. I read the magazine that had Reg Park on the cover, who is a bodybuilder from Leeds, from England here, who was doing Hercules movies and who was Mr. Universe 3 times. And he was so heroic looking on that cover. I studied his life and his training and everything like that. And so I felt so excited that this was my own thing.
Yeah.
That my parents did not like it.
You had posters all around your bedroom, didn't you? Wasn't your mum a bit worried at one point?
I had my whole bedroom, you're absolutely right. I had my whole bedroom wall decorated with bodybuilding champions, with Reg Park, Arthur Harris, Brad Harris, Steve Reeves, all those guys, and then also boxers like Sonny Liston, Muhammad Ali, and all those guys.
Yeah.
It was like really fantastic. It was all different athletes, and I remember that my mother was very concerned.
Yeah.
Because my mother, she looked at this bedroom wall and she said, I don't understand it.
Oh no.
And she literally called our house doctor.
Oh.
That was one of the rarities in the old days where the doctor came to your house, right? So no one does that anymore. You have to go with a wheelbarrow to the doctor's office or whatever, however you get there.
Yeah.
But I mean, I remember the doctor came to our house, and I said, what is he doing here? There's nothing wrong with me. And my mother, showed him the bedroom wall. She says, you got to look at that. And he looked at it and he says, yes. And she said, I don't know where I went wrong, doctor. She says, Arnold's friends have above their bedroom, above their bed, girls. And my son has only naked men
in pants
above the bed. I says, where did I go wrong? And so she said, should I worry about him? She thought that I'm turning gay or something like that. And I don't know what concerns she had. I have no idea, but she said, should I be concerned about him? And he, luckily, was a very smart guy. He said to him, he says, no, there's nothing wrong with that. These are his idols. I said, when a boy becomes to like 13, 14, 15, they have idols, and they want to be strong men, and they want to be muscular, and they want to become a man, and all this. This is all good stuff, he says. These are inspirations. There's nothing negative up here on the wall. So anyway, so my mother was relieved after that, and she was very, very happy.
See you.
It was quite a trip.